hard work and good luck go hand in hand.
Glad you came.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
Aidan was bringing the box of letters to... You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Hogsmeade, here I come. Who lived here, I wonder? Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Wonder who lives here.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
It isn't Laura Treadwell's guardian.
Arrest them, momentum. Accio. Luma.
I need to warm up.
Protego. Stupid one.
Afraid to take a hit, are you?
Arrest them, momentum.
You may want to. You dare slay one of my own! You will fall!
Accio.
Another life cut short.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Planning to poach an errand to attempt spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
Hello? Someone there?
That was me. Seems we may have an intruder in our midst. Oh, still, you little measle!
Let's play predator and prey, shall we?
No one hide from me! I'll spot you like a streeler!
Clumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Serona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters.
Confringo!
That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Confringo!
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or work together.
Arrest their momentum. Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupefy! Arrest their momentum. Accio! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Arrest their momentum. Confringo! Arrest their momentum. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Glacius! Incendio! Arrest the momentum. Confringo! Incendio! Incendio! Confringo! Glacius! Arrest the momentum. Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Should think they felt that in London.
Revelio. I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Surely those were curdle.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got?
The Daedalian keys are back.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Our uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. This be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's Legacy. What have we here?
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
Go and patrol. Like I ain't got nothing better to do. It's always my turn for patrol.
Someone there?
You can't stop.
Arrest them,
This shouldn't take long.
Protego!
Not quite. easily diverted.
Arrest their momentum. Incendio. Confringo.
Pity, not quite.
Incendio.
That's your blessing.
Now to find out what happened here. Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks were Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Revelio.
But you trusted the wrong... You've made a mistake!
Incendio.
We forget about that goblin
Arresto momentum. Incendio. Your poaching days are over. Repairing. A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. Reparo. What's that? Settled. Incendio. Reparo.
Potato! Stop right there! I'll get that goblin help.
Incendio. Arresto the monster. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. A crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here.
The curiosity they teach at Hogwarts will not serve you well.
Confringo! Arresto momentum racing. Incendio.
Yes, they want a bio! You will!
Simplify.
No!
Blazing. Confringo.
Arresto momentum. Protego! Stupefy! Glacius! Confringo! Incendio! Stupefy! Glacius! Arresto momentum. Confringo! Arresto momentum. Glacius! Incendio! Confringo!
That was a close one. What do we have here?
Nothing over here.
Trouble. I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
I'll bury you in the deepest vault.
Never anything interests me around here.
Arresto momentum. Glacius! Incendio! Confringo!
Stone cold.
Get your spells glance off of me.
Arresto momentum.
Only following orders.
A ladder. That's what I need.
Somebody there? Hello? That student defeated our encampment in the tower.
Confringo!
I won't rest until...
Arresto momentum. Incendio!
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
What am I doing here? This patrol is worthless. What's that? Who's there?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented it.
Incendio! Arrest them, momentum. Glacius! Confringo! Potato! Arrest them, momentum. Glacius! Confringo! Potato! Stupefy! Incendio! Confringo! Stupefy! Arrest that momentum! Confringo! Potato! Stupefy! Arrest them, momentum. Confringo! I don't like that encampment.
This will not go well for you. It's the students of the town.
Incendio!
I'm famished.
What went on here, I wonder?
You're making this.
This is the spot I'm at. Best have my wits about me. Confringo!
This is almost too easy.
Expelliarmus!
You almost had a luck.
Arrest them, momentum. Expelliarmus!
I will make you pay. Afraid to fight? You will regret coming here.
Expelliarmus!
Don't you try again, I beg you!
Arrest them,
I can do
momentum.
this for hours! Is that it? Missed me!
Incendio!
Impressed? Get away! You call that spellcasting? Almost! Too slow.
Repulsor! Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. Accio! What will we find in here?
When the war is over, it's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Aloha, Mora.
Most goblins in my family.
A human's word is worthless. This proves that all of us are only one parts.
Confringo! Incendio!
How nice of you to stop.
You can defeat it on
Confringo!
Won't get away with that. And utterly pitiful display. Get away with that. I should have been.
Incendio! Confringo!
Won't get away with that.
You've one less follower, Ranrock. A boiler door. How to open it?
He'll learn his lesson after being locked away. You can count on that.
Incendio! Incendio!
Come here, you.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I had experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard him speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be?
Confringo!
Incendio! Arresto Momentum. Accio!
Reparo.
Incendio!
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Confringo!
What is a Tusky? Why can't I hit you? I won't rest.
Confringo!
One less human to worry about. You almost had a lucky shot.
Confringo!
I won't rest until you're dead. No!
Confringo!
You only have Ranrock to blame. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Found it! Paxton, hurry! Before they come! I must get out! Hurry! My wand! Oh, thank Merlin! Thank you! You did it! I found my wand and... Wait! You're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew
I'm grateful I was able to help.
Oh, and I her. Oh, if only having my wand back is like... I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety.
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to...
Oh, I'm anxious to... Thank you.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I'm told that last Clementine had you... Greetings! Please, take your time looking about. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.